Hey guys, so I'm going to talk through this assignment. I am hoping we had an opportunity to talk through it in class, but just in case you couldn't get on or there were some technological issues, I want to walk through this so you make sure you know what you're supposed to be doing. So the first step that you're going to do, working individually in a pair in a triumvirate but no group larger than 4, is to be choosing a viewpoint, either the historical, the religious, or the formalist. I went over these in the intro PowerPoint. So if you're doing the historical, you are looking at Beowulf, the poem, as a manifestation of the cultural and characteristic values of the Anglo-Saxons. If you are doing the religious reading, then you are looking at Beowulf as a Christian allegory. And if you are doing formalist, then you are looking at Beowulf as a poem about the maturation process of a man. According to social standards, what makes a man a man. So you're going to choose one of those 3 viewpoints. And then you're going to read The Wrath of Grendel. And in The Wrath of Grendel, you are going to choose either Grendel, who is the monster, or Heorot, which is the name of the hall that Grendel attacks. And you are going to offer some analysis on one of those characters/places. So once you have chosen Grendel or Heorot, then you are going to come up with 2 characterization words for your selected element. Then you're going to find a piece of text to support each of those characterization words. So first you're choosing Grendel or Heorot, then you are giving me 2 characterization words for the character that you have chosen, then you are giving me 2 total pieces of text, one piece of text for each characterization word. Then for each piece of text, you're going to talk about the connotations of that text, and you're going to explain the link between the connotations and the characterization words. Now, as you're offering this analysis, remember that it should be with a mind towards the particular reading that you're doing. So to give you a sample of what that looks like, if I'm doing the religious reading, I'm going to choose the character of Grendel, and I'm going to say that Grendel is described as God whose love Grendel could not know. So in the context of my religious reading, Grendel represents Satan or demonic forces at work on earth, right? That in that reading, that's what Grendel represents. Then I've got my text. Since Grendel could not know the love of God, he's characterized as isolated and ostracized. Those are my 2 characterization words. Then I'm going to talk about those characterization words and how they are applicable to whatever I'm saying in terms of my selected viewpoint. Because he's removed from the love provided to Hrothgar and his followers, Grendel has no community or allegiance to anyone or anything on earth, right? That's isolated and ostracized. His aloneness renders him unable to give or receive compassion and forces him to observe the interactions of Hrothgar's men with resentment, right? That's my explanation of my connotations of the text that I selected. Much as Grendel is an outcast of Heorot and must view Hrothgar and his men from a distance, so Satan is an outcast of heaven and must observe God and God's creation exile. You can see there that I have specifically linked that to the religious reading. So what you're going to be posting on the Padlet is your commentary in relation to your 2 pieces of text. So when you go to the Padlet, there are 3 columns, and you will choose the correct column, either historical, religious, or formalist. You will put your names, you will put your text appropriately cited, and then you will give me your little paragraphs of analysis. So you'll need a total of 2 of those, please. That is where we will begin with our discussion tomorrow.